My name's Mark Richardson, and I'm the CEO of NBIC. And I know many of you, met many of you, and it's good to see you here face to face. And we've had online conversations and meetings many times in the last 12 months. I also want to introduce a few other events of the day. So this is our agenda. So over to the rear here is Tom. Would you mind just putting your hand up? Tom is actually an artist, graphic artist. And we ran an event in Edinburgh, seems like an eternity ago, which some of you may have been at, on biofilm engineering. And we brought Tom in to do some art, sketches and artwork during the day, trying to describe the event in a slightly different way to the traditional capturing it in a report. And Tom will be doing that during the day and wandering around and capturing some of the discussion going on. And towards the end, when we do the plenary report back, I'll ask Tom to give his reflections. Tom isn't a biofilm scientist or expert, but he's definitely a good observer, and he has read around the subject, so he's not coming into it completely naive, and he's already started to work, okay? So this is just so we get a slightly different output from the meeting that maybe allows us some resources for public engagement and outreach as well of the event. You'll see also on the agenda, we've got a presentation from Professor Rasmita Raval, who's one of the co-directors of NBIC, who's sat here at the front with me. I'll hand over to her shortly. And I just wanted to talk about the breaks as well. So we will be having lunch at 12:30. And lunch will be out in the restaurant area, which you would have walked through probably to get here. Okay, so we simply go out of here into the rear. And there'll be a couple of coffee breaks as well. And those can just be taken in the 2 coffee areas as you would have walked down the corridor from reception. So the structure of the day will be some initial presentation, one from myself, just some background on NBIC, and then one, as I've mentioned, from Rasmita. Then we've got a couple of announcements to make, which I'll do just before we break into the groups. And these breakout sessions are where we want you as a group to talk really about what you see as the unmet needs in the field of biofilm prevention, and then what really needs to be done to address these. And probably in front of you, you will see there's some questions you might want to consider. And some of you were good enough ahead of this meeting to actually send me your thoughts on these questions. So about 30 of you did that, which I'm really grateful for you doing that. And that's really been helpful, I think, in helping understand the state of the field right now. And we did do a draw, and I'll be announcing the winner of that. So one of the people who submitted that will win a little prize. We've got a couple of other announcements to make as well. So the key objectives of today's meeting are to, as I said, identify the unmet needs in relation to biofilm prevention. What are the problems with the current approaches? We want to explore the possible solutions to these problems and what are the ways forward. And as an output from this meeting, we want to create something that we will disseminate back to you, a sort of a report summarizing what the findings were. And in the other areas of biofilm intervention, which are detection, management, and engineering, we've already had workshops, which some of you have been to, and those reports are available on our website. And they're very helpful for us and other people in the field to see what the emerging consensus is on what the problems are in these areas and what the likely opportunities are. Here at NBIC, it's our vision to create a fusion of world-class interdisciplinary research and academic research and industry partnerships to deliver breakthrough science and technologies. And we can only really do that by exactly the sort of things that happen here today, bringing those groups of people together to discuss what the unmet needs are and what the possible ways forward are that can help direct both the research and the translation. And by combining our talent, we can all grow the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs and technology to deliver growth. We're proud that in NBIC, we've actually built a community of biofilm researchers to start with, which through 5 accession rounds, NBIC has become a community of 63 UK research institutions, some of which are represented here today. And we were fortunate enough to have a meeting yesterday where many of those came to, for actually the first time, because of events, we brought most of those together, a representative to just talk about where we were as a community. And we've also established links with international groups as well, again, aiming to be for the benefit of this community. We also get, there's a growing network of companies, some of whom are represented here, who have been kind enough to share with us what they see as the needs and opportunities so that we can help translate those back to the academic community and vice versa to help the field move forward. And we're here today to try and explore a key one of those. And in NBIC, we're, I guess, commissioned and chartered by the UK Research and Innovation Department, the grant giving authority, to build around 3 pillars, which are research, innovation, and training. So investing in research in this field, helping translational research and development. So we've funded 81 proof of concept projects, and I know some of the people who've been involved in those are here today, and Razmita will mention some of these, I know. And we've also been involved in training PhD students, the next generation of researchers, and some of them are here today. So we need all these things to make this work, don't we? All the way from the PhD students through to the people in industry who are seasoned experts in their field who are trying to really grapple with the translational issues of bringing products to market. And we try and facilitate that. Okay, we're a catalyst. We try and make that happen more effectively than it otherwise could have been. Someone yesterday called it collision opportunities, where people just get the chance to talk and collide, and those can be through structured approaches or just through conversations. And we carry out funding calls, and we help influence the research agenda, and that's all the way through to Innovate UK as well. What should they be investing in? So we're here to help you as a group move all of that forward. And we built this around these 4 themes. The 4 things human beings normally want to do to biofilms, which is to prevent them, to detect them, have I got one? Manage them, which is usually to do with managing the biofilm that's there and removing it, or engineering them, in other words, using them for good. And out of these workshops like this come a series of unmet needs, which then help us inform the community on what the really unmet needs are in these fields. And we hope today we'll get some of these as well.